Hey there everyone, Colin Sexton coming at you from Daytona Beach here, and this one might be a couple minutes longer than what I normally do, but please stick with me on this. Just at the end of the pier a little while ago, watched some guys fish, and they are catching a couple really big fish, and they emptied out their bucket to take out the smaller fish to put the big fish in first, put the smaller fish in to fit them all in better. So that's kind of my first point. Hopefully I'll remember that and get back to that. But the other thing I noticed is we had all sorts of people out there. We had Hmong people, we had Chinese people, we had colored people, and we had white folk, okay, and other people other than that. And the one thing I noticed is there was no differences there, okay? They all had fishing poles, they all love fishing, they all love life, and they all love hanging around the same pier and not fighting, not dividing. And I also happen to notice one of the reasons for that probably because there's no TV or media on the pier, okay? So they're able to unite and enjoy and love life and love what they do, love fishing, love each other, and that was just huge. It's just so refreshing to see that, and I know we see that everywhere, okay? We can see that everywhere we go, and if we focus on that and encourage that, we're going to that will manifest more of that. So and the other point I wanted to make about the fish is we have so many things going on in our life, so many things to do. We're busy, and there's kind of this issue sometimes of prioritizing what's really important and what's urgent. And I've heard a great talk on prioritizing things. If you were to take a glass jar and you had sand, you had pebbles, you had bigger rocks, and then you had large rocks, and you were to fill, you needed to get all this stuff in the glass jar, okay? So most people would just kind of pour the sand in, then pour the gravel, then the bigger rocks, and then the larger rocks. But they would find that they wouldn't necessarily be able to fit those larger rocks in, okay? And those larger rocks represent our priorities in life. And the sand and the gravel is kind of little urgent things or the non-important things, but we seem to kind of take a hold of those first. And whereas if we were to take that same jar with the same amount of sand, gravel, and rock, if we put the large rocks in first, okay, then we put the medium rocks in, and then the smaller rocks in, and then the sand, it's all going to fit in there because the sand's going to filter through in all the cracks, whereas you put that sand in first, it's going to take up most of that room. So don't let the small things in life be priority, or don't let the urgent things be necessarily the most prioritized ones. Get those big rocks in, get the big priorities first, then take care of the smaller things. If you got to write it out, literally, like I'm one of those people that need to write things out, like what is important, what do I need to get done today, what do I need to fit in that glass jar first. And so those are my 2 points, kind of what I got out of today. I just wanted to share that with you. So unite, fish from the same pier with everyone else in love, all right? Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be on a cruise here with some of my team members. I'm taking on a cruise through the Caribbean, so I'm going to try to go live on a couple of these islands. So be sure to look for that streaming live on Facebook if it all works out. So thanks for tuning in. Colin Sexton on Facebook, Colin Sexton on Twitter, ColinSextonLeadership.com is my blog, and Instagram I am ColinSextonLeadership.com. No, I'm not. Just Colin Sexton Leadership. And Ezekiel 336 on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ezekiel 336. No spaces or punctuation. Have an awesome day, and we will talk to you soon.